What up, y'all? I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, but I just couldn't really figure out how to articulate it. So it took me a while to like kind of figure that out. But I believe that this video is just like, I know I say that about all my videos, but I just believe it's crucial, like what I'm about to talk about. And that's that, like, in dating, it's so crucial that you have an accurate assumptions about social norms, like, because you can be wrong about your judgment in other things, right? Like, let's say you're wrong about you know investing in the stock market, like, or you're wrong about just like anything more practical in life, like what degree you should get, you know just those little more practical things. That's okay, but you cannot be wrong about social norms, your assumption of social norms. So I'll tell you why this like hit me so heavy. Like, I had a coworker who I think is on the autism spectrum, and I think that this is largely an autism thing. And he said like he didn't wear his him and I like to talk about watches, right? So he said that he didn't wear his watch that day, and he's like, everybody's gonna think I'm a cornball, I'm corny because I didn't wear my watch. And that was like extremely inaccurate view of social norms, because it's like most people these days don't even wear a watch, and like it's just straight inaccurate. And this goes on and on and on, like with various things that people say. You have to be 6 feet tall to be respected. No woman's gonna think you're interesting unless you drive a designer car or a super nice car. They're gonna like they're gonna think that you're low status if you're not the funniest in the room, that you need to have big arms in order for people need to fear you in order for you to be respected, like in like this, they need to fear you because you're so big. Like, there's all these things, right? Or even like if my Instagram, people only judge my my personality based off my Instagram, or I don't know, it just like all these different norms. Or if I don't take her out to the nice restaurant, some dude will, or if some guy is gonna fly her out to Miami, like, and I can't afford that. Like, all these assumptions, it's very unlikely someone's gonna fly a girl out to another city. It's very unlikely she even knows people from other cities. And it just goes on and on and on, and you could think of your own examples. But this inaccurate assumption about social norms, it not only limits you, because then you start getting scared or feeling like you need more, or just feeling super like unsure of yourself. But it's not only that it limits you, but women can really pick up on that. If you're wrong about an assumption of a social norm, they will know, okay, this guy's gonna be wrong or not have a good judgment in social skills, like, which means that you can't take care of them, you can't be in tune to all their little micro emotions and everything. So it's like, it's so important that you really talk to people that have different perspectives than you. And I really suggest talking to a therapist. Like, I like to go to therapy because I can tell my therapist, oh, this is my assumption about X social norm, and then he can tell me, oh no, this is just inaccurate, right? This is just inaccurate. Like, you could even, some people end up with these have these issues because of autism, but other people, I think it's trauma. All men cheat, all women cheat, all women want is my money. Like, and even if you have these types of beliefs, I'd be very cautious around women to give your assumptions about social norms. If it's better to just kind of exist Like if you have these rigid ways of thinking, like about social norms, like it's very likely the person sitting across from you when you say that is gonna think, yeah, that's true, but not all the time. You know, that's what they're gonna be thinking. So if you're trying to make these large assumptions about other people, it makes them think that you're not completely right. And it just makes your judgment look off. It can also make you look creepy in the sense that, like, if these judgments about social norms tend to lean more cynical, like, oh, so and so, you know, all women are this, or even in little ways, like, I don't know, it's just like, even if it's even not even good to just like talk about it, like you can't just be like, tell a woman, oh, I gotta pay for you because if I don't pay for you the meal, you're not gonna respect me. Like, even just joking about it, like, because she might be thinking, oh, whoa, that's not what I would think, and now you're just out of tune with her or with women in general. So it's best to just be really have your assumptions and understanding of social norms and tendencies, how things function in society, like, have it down. Like, always be willing to have somebody change your mind, because if you're off, it's apparent, and it makes women scared. I think even if they can't articulate it on a actual conscious level, it's gonna scare them, right? And it also makes things often kind of transactional, because if you be like, oh, if I was 6 feet, then I could get a woman, you know, then people are gonna think that you just think dating's completely transactional, like you need a certain thing and you can trade it in for a certain thing, like for a girl. And it doesn't even necessarily matter if you don't talk about these things in front of people. They can sense it. They can sense it in your how you live, or your attention, or your anger. And I wanted to get into that in the next video about regarding having a vengeful spirit, how like that can definitely work against you with women or people in general. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why a man could not find a woman, actually, is because of wrong assumptions about social norms. I almost think that boils down why people end up in the red pill community, or why people ended up in the incel community or whatever. It's just wrong assumptions about social norms. Because you see dudes all the time who are not that handsome, not that super rich or whatever. They just have a more accurate view, and it could be because people struggle with autism, and that's why they have this struggle with social norms, understanding of social norms. Or it could be trauma that makes you more cynical and less likely to be open to new outcomes in your life. But yeah, definitely think about this. It's huge, bro. Don't forget this video. All right.